What up? This is Rapids. So Durk's daughter, who is basically Durk's twin, I mean, she looks just like Durk. So she's joking on Durk about being in PC. Check this out.
Hey guys, so I'm waiting on my dad to call because I'm about to do that prank on him and say he's from the PC unit. So yeah, stay tuned. I was just actually about to tell you something too. I was waiting for you to call.
What's going on?
So there's this new girl in my school, right?
Yeah.
And so like she was like, oh yeah, my dad's in jail too or whatever. So like we started becoming friends, right?
She said her daddy what?
In jail too, right?
Yeah.
So I said, I don't know, what like cell or like, I don't know, like something you were in, right?
Yeah.
And I said like the PC unit.
Oh yeah, there ain't no PC, brother. Not no PC.
I thought you were.
No, PC is protective custody. That's when you scared to be on the floor with regular people.
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't no PC, girl.
No, I was joking, Dad. It was a joke.
Oh, I was like, what?
I just saw it on TikTok, so I was trying to do it.
So yeah, she got him good. She's talking about she's at school telling kids that Durk is in PC. And Durk is like, what do you mean? I ain't in no PC, basically. He's saying PC's for people afraid to be on a regular floor with everyone else. And so, yeah, he figured out that she was just joking, though. And they had a good laugh about it. But, yeah, Durk had to stand on his ground and say, hey, you know, he ain't doing no PC. And so this is interesting because Boosie was just going off on rappers being in PC because he was going off on Kodak Black, and you know he's trying to say like people that are saying it's okay to go to PC is, you know, something wrong with them. He's saying how you gonna be a rapper and talking about you in PC. And so after Boosie's comments, a lot of other rappers jumped in. And, you know, some were defending Kodak, some were defending Boosie. So check this out.
On that PC, man. A nigga who supposed to be real, a nigga supposed to be a gangster. Like, what you on, my nigga? Like, for real, like, you talking about a nigga who done made kids slang iron, go to jail, told niggas you go to jail, you gotta handle your business, do all this shit. And all these little niggas in jail gotta sit in there and survive. But it's cool with this nigga hiding in a cell. Talking about a nigga supposed to protect the brand. Nigga, you promoting PC, nigga. A nigga supposed to protect the brand and check PC. Didn't you say you was a brand, nigga? So you gonna check PC if you go to him. Is you gonna protect the brand, nigga? You down bad, nigga.
I want you to do. I want you to think of the most baddest nigga from your town. I'm talking about a nigga that did the worst, evil, and cutthroat, conniving, gangster shit you could think of. And then put him with 1,000 more niggas that's worse than him. And picture being in a facility with niggas that get more angry than you, niggas that got way more bullshit going on than you, that ain't got no money, don't give a fuck about having no girlfriend, that ain't ever thought about being a good father at all. It takes a different kind of nigga to survive these type of trenches, dog. I don't give a damn who you is. Y'all up here talking about y'all want be in PC and all that shit, nigga. We talking about going fed. Well, the creators of the game, not niggas with stain. Well, Muslim that done blow the motherfucking buildings and shit. The reason I ain't going to PC is because I ain't finna voluntarily go in no motherfucking room all day and stare at no motherfucking wall. I can't do no shit like that. I'd rather die. So before a nigga even think about running me up, we gonna have to go ahead and handle this shit. Y'all gonna have to go ahead and either kill me or y'all gonna have to, we gonna have to fight this motherfucker out every single day, because I'm not voluntarily going to the hole and I ain't gonna be able to see my motherfucking girl or get on the phone with my girl. I ain't doing it. Y'all just gonna have to do it to me.
This topic from a female point of view and from somebody who was with somebody who was in jail that did not check in PC, that did not snitch. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I wouldn't give a fuck if you in that motherfucker and your life is threatened. You gotta check in that motherfucker. I don't care. I ain't speaking for all women. Y'all might not be like that. But if I'm out here with these motherfucking kids, paying these motherfucking bills, and trying to come and take care of you and all this shit, just for you to try to prove a point to some niggas? Oh, you got me fucked up. So hey, I ain't advocating for it, but I ain't advocating it against it either. To each his own. You do you when it comes to your life.
In every headline, on every news station, Turk shot the police in every publication. I'm locked up. Life on the line, my heart racing, facing the rest of my life in isolation. 52 bullets they shot, but didn't graze me. 9 years, won my appeal, cause God graced me. I'm faithful. Faithful, faithful. Thank the Lord for my girl, she stayed the whole ride. Was out of jail 2 months before she was my bride. We dealt with some heartaches, took it all in stride. Couldn't find the way, asked the Lord to be my God. Fighting to win, we pregnant with twins in a 2-bedroom apartment. If you gonna be a gangster, you gotta be that 24/7. You can't move no goalposts. You can't have no picks and chooses. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how good you know whoever you know. If you gonna be a gangster, you gotta be a gangster. You can't call on God.
Hey, my bad, Meek Mill. I thought I had you on the list, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought I had you on that motherfucker, bro. You know, you a stand-up nigga, bro. Always been a stand-up nigga with me. So I tip my hat to you, bro, you know. I thought I had you on the list, bro. You stood up. I respect you, my nigga.
So yeah, some rappers were basically saying, hey, you know, it's to each his own, basically, you know, and others were saying, no way they doing PC. Well, Boosie, I think this, you know, it's a bit immature of him to be talking about PC. I mean, really, when it comes to rappers being in PC, you know, what we heard from Ralo was basically you wouldn't want to be in PC, you know. He's saying it's like being in lockdown 24/7. Well, really like 23/7, basically. It's like, it's not the same. He's saying there's no way he would want to be in PC just based off of, you know, it being kind of like being in a hole or solitary confinement. He's saying, why would you want to be in that? He said he'd rather take his chances in general pop. A lot of the rappers were saying the same thing. Young Thug, it's not clear, like, his stance on it. It's almost like he has a balance between saying it's okay if you want to go, and if you don't, that's on you, you know, whatever it is. So, look, I mean, I'm kind of with that to each his own thing. I mean, if you're a rapper, you're a celebrity. Like, it's the same principle about going to the hood, you know, going back to your hood. You don't necessarily got to go back to your hood to prove that you're street once you made it out the hood. You know, that's what happened with Duck and a lot of these rappers that just wouldn't leave the hood. Some of Chief Keef's artists, they went back to the hood after making it out. And what happened to them? They didn't survive, you know, because they're going back and they're rich, you know, and people looking at them different now. And so, you know, it's like crabs in a barrel type thing. They want to pull you back after you done made it out. Some people get jealous about that. Boosie should know that, because one of his famous quotes from Vlad TV was saying that how people was consumed with hatred, you know, from your city after you make it out, you know. So You know, people listening to your music, their sons and their family listening to your music, and then they see you in the hood, they kind of like feeling a certain way after a while, he's saying. So Boosie should know about, like, if you a celebrity, you're not like them no more. You're not a regular person no more. You have made it out the hood and out the struggle. So a lot of rappers, they have an image where they want to be still down with the hood and everything, and, you know, because it comes from the streets and that's where they came from. But, you know, with the rappers saying it's not no big deal if you go to PC, I think they're kind of onto something. It's like a maturity thing. Whereas, like, you know, if you want to keep yourself safe and, you know, really guarantee your safety, why not, you know, put yourself in PC if you want? Because with General Pop, you in there with, you know, you in there with everybody. So anything can happen. You saw what happened with Tory Lanez. It's like he should be in a PC area. He's a celebrity, you know, and it caused an issue with him being a celebrity eventually. Ultimately, it had to do with him, you know, being a celebrity, and somebody was, it sounded like, kind of looking at him crazy because they felt a certain way about him being in there and being a celebrity. So, yeah, I mean, these rappers got to look out for their own safety, like Turk's wife was saying. Now, Turk said, hey, you know, he's not doing no PC. A lot of the rappers don't want to be out there saying PC. They don't want to be condoning that. They want to stay as far away from that as possible. Looks like some other rappers, it sounds like Kodak Black and Young Thug almost, it's almost as if they're saying it's to each their own, you know? And yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's like, look, when it comes to talent and everything, that's evolving as well in rap. Like, when it comes to the listeners just want good music. So with Gunna, you know, people are listening to him still just because he's putting out good music, you know? He's still one of the top rappers out of ATL, even though some people are saying he told. They look at what he did as talent. It's really evolving how people feel about talent too. Like, you know, the code of the streets. Now, in the streets, it's different. But when it comes to rap, you know, it's all about music. And people have evolving opinions on a lot of these things now. So if you want to be in PC and keep yourself safe and protect that bag, make sure you come home to your family. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily that you're afraid. It's just that, you know, you might be looking out for your best interests by checking yourself in PC. I mean, I don't really care. Like, you know, you got to make a decision like that. To me, it wouldn't really bother me if a rapper's in PC. Some rappers are in there against their will. Some rappers, I think, are told, like, hey, you're going into PC or a celebrity ward, you know, which is basically PC. I mean, some jails might say, hey, you know, maybe they're going to put you in there almost against your will just by your high profile. Because, like, you know, some rappers just, you know, they might not want to be in the yard with everybody else all the time. I don't know, was Butter ever in PC? I thought I saw footage with him with a different color uniform on before. I'm not sure, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Whatever a rapper decides to do what's best for them, that's what they can do, you know? But, look, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Is it okay for rappers to go to PC? I mean, look, before I get out of here, I want to say a point that was that Turk bringing up. Like, if you a gangster, you got to be a gangster 24/7. Like, that makes sense too. So I understand both sides of the story. Like, if you're going to be out here like, you know, some of these drill rappers or something like that, then it would look kind of crazy if you in PC, maybe. You know, but if you with your ops, like we saw King Von, he was begging to go to PC, wasn't he? He was like trying to trick them into going into PC because they was trying to put him in a unit with his ops. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that was a smarter thing to do. But then they tried to put him in there with Little J, and he was like, nah, forget it then. He said, nah, he ain't going, you know, because they tried to throw him in there with Little J. So, I mean, if you got to move how you got to move to survive in jail. You know, you got to do what you got to do. If, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you got to get up out of out of a situation where they might put you in a cell with your ops, or in a, you know what I'm saying, a section where your ops might be, maybe it might be best for you to get up out of there, because they might try to take you out, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think it just depends on the situation, and whatever a rapper feels is best for them, I think they should do. You know, don't be influenced by trying to be super tough if you don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? Tory almost lost his, you know, over this. So yeah, that's what it is though. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Is it okay for rappers to go to PC or not? You know what I'm saying? Also, if you want to check out my members only videos, I'm gonna leave a link for that in the comment section and description box. You can check those out for as little as $1. You can check all of them out just for $1. You'll become a YouTube member and have access to all of them, all of those videos that aren't available to the public. Also, make sure you like the video. Let's get over 100 likes. Make sure you subscribe and all that. Make sure you follow Rap HITZ on social media and sign up to Rap HITZ free email newsletters and all that. I'm out.